Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Sonic and the Glitchless. Oh my god, Glitchless Gauntlet. I was gonna say a gauntlet, but you know, or gauntlet as Hibby has done it, but I've gone and like completely fudged the name myself. So this is a 2-day event focused on the Sonic series and the glitchless and no major glitches speedrun categories, or you know, similar things here. I just want to remind you all that you're awesome. Thank you for being here. Coming up for our last run of the night is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle by Don SR, joined by some wonderful commentators. They're going to be doing Hero Story restricted skips. So chat's having a great time right now with Glitchless Gauntlet. But this is going to be our last run of the night. Go ahead. I'm going to go turn it over to Dawn. How are the three of you doing?
Doing great.
Doing fabulous, yeah.
Doing fantastic. Yeah.
We got Sonic Colors over here. It's like, great, awesome, amazing, outstanding. But no, that's actually how we're all doing. And I'm very pleased to have Dawn close day one with SA2. You commentated the closing run of last event, so it's really cool to see you be a runner this time around.
Yeah, it was a great time last time, and I'm excited to be back. Yeah, from last year, I was just coming back into the community after a multi-year hiatus, and now I'm here to do a run instead of commentary, so that's awesome.
Absolutely.
And you've improved quite a lot during that year. I'm excited for people to see how good you've gotten during that time.
Yeah, I think I was just hitting top 50 back then, and now I am 4th place on the boards for Hero Story, so it's a big jump in the last year.
Yeah, that's a huge jump. So why don't you go ahead and explain the rules of this category, because it doesn't say glitchless, nor does it say no major glitchless. Glitchless? No major glitches. It is restricted skips. If you could just go ahead and explain what that means.
Yeah, so the restricted skips category was kind of not exactly meant to be glitchless, so we're going to be altering it a little bit past what the normal restricted skips is on the board. But essentially, normal restricted skips is no out of bounds. There's no things allowed like loop speed launches, but there are certain things that are allowed, like mock bounces, stuff like that. So you'll still be seeing me do some physics things in the game to just go a little bit faster. But we're not going to be allowing some things like out of bounds in the hunting stages, stuff like that. So you'll be seeing me take alternative routes and all that. But yeah, thank you. And all right, sorry, got a little bit distracted.
No, you're good.
I think we're pretty much good to go now, yeah?
Yeah, you are good to count us down by all means.
All right, on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yell.
Good luck, good luck.
Thank you. So this stage is kind of a weird one. It's like really, you'd be surprised. For the first stage in the game, usually you'd assume that stages would be a bit easier and more of an introduction. This one's actually pretty technical, and it really shows you, I mean, it kind of does its job in teaching you things that you need to do as Sonic to go fast. It's a bit technical, so I'll hand it over to my wonderful commentators if you'd like to talk a little bit about Sonic.
Yeah, sure. So we just got done with a very quick boarding section, 1 of 2 in the game, and you're going to start to see some of the basic movement for Sonic. Pretty much any time that there's a straightaway, we're going to be chaining spin dashes together, so kind of starting a spin dash and stopping. But as you're going to see here, going downhill, we want to stay in ball form as much as possible, because Sonic's speed cap is actually a little bit, it's way higher actually than just running normally with his feet. So you're going to see lots of downhill spin dashes.
And to counterbalance that, Sonic's running speed is faster, or it loses less speed when you're going uphill. So you're going to be seeing a lot of management between ball form to go downhill and running to go uphill, along with, you know, a bunch of, like, for example, this is a straight downhill, so he stays in ball form, but up these stairs he runs or even jumps over them.
Shout out to Stellar for teaching me a lot of the tech that I used in Skip with CE. Most runners.
Skip with CE is a really cool stage, and the rails are one of the reasons why I think it's really cool, because if everything goes right, you just go so fast. And speaking of so fast, we're already in the truck chase section, where the camera perspective is skewed, but luckily we have found pretty consistent setups to go down all of these hills very quickly and stick to all of the hills. Very well done.
Let's go. The
Oh,
moonwalk.
let's go. Showing off the moonwalk, which is actually slightly faster. Very, very slightly faster. Kind of a newer discovery.
Yeah, we went so fast. It wasn't much of a truck chase at all. It was just completely gone.
Yeah, 153 is a beautiful, beautiful time for skipless CE.
Yeah, a really good like skipless CE time is a sub 2, and like Dawn got that by a lot. So
This game of tag is boring.
Yeah, so we're going to be heading into the first boss of the game here. A lot of the bosses in this game are basically kind of just go at them until the fight is over. Here, we'll see if we can get the quote-unquote frame-perfect time we got in the last run we did together, Alice.
fingers
That was
crossed.
so funny. I can't believe that I just randomly threw out a cent-a-second value and you hit it.
Want to try 2 for 2?
2162.
Hey guys.
I was faster this time.
You beat it. You beat it this time.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you basically just unlock Bigfoot. You hit him as soon as his invincibility frames run out, and it takes us right into Wild Canyon, where you play as Knuckles. These are stages a lot of you are probably familiar with. Yeah, so basically you have to run around the stage in order to collect the 3 pieces of the Master Emerald that are, moved around. If you've seen high-level speedruns of this game before, you may be used to watching people clip out of bounds to get specific pieces, but we're not going to be doing any of that as stated before.
Where is this piece? Oh. This is a weird set.
Oh, that's very unlucky.
That was a really weird ping. I thought it was at the top as well.
I found him.
Yeah, one of the things that you get really used to in this game when you're getting used to like hunting and stuff is being able to kind of guess, make educated guesses based on radar pings after getting pieces in like specific orders and stuff like that. Comes with a lot of practice and time.
Speaking of practice and time, Don, do you think we're going to get a 12 Eggman 2 or Eggman 1 this run?
I'm notoriously bad at this fight, and I've been improving. I actually theory crafted it. This, I feel like most people. Yes, I was in the lab watching all the runs. I feel like most runners would tell you this is the easiest boss in the game, but for some reason, let's go.
Let's go.
The 12 we have at home right there. Buy a frame.
Buy a frame.
A 12 is a 12. We take those.
A 12 is definitely a 12.
It's true.
Yeah, so Eggman 1 was our little prelude into mech movement. To manip his AI, you just point your character forward and spam the shoot button, and Eggman just doesn't know what to do. So you didn't get to see Tails move around much, but something you might notice is that we are jumping a lot, especially around tight corners. That's because Tails loses a lot of speed if he corners too quickly. So you're going to be seeing a lot of jumps, and sometimes jumps to get on rails you're not supposed to, like that gate hop we just saw.
We even use a lot of jumps here to actually intentionally slow us down, because sometimes once you get really consistent with the Tails movement, it's all about conserving momentum. We're sometimes a little bit too fast for some of these lock-ons for these gates to open, so we kind of have to just do little tap jumps to slow us down just a tad bit. So that way we don't bonk into the gates.
Mm-hmm. And that little turnaround, that quick turn, does not lose you momentum either. So that was a little stalling tactic that Don used because the camera was in a favorable position and he was able to get that momentum conserved.
Yeah, it actually gives you a ridiculous amount of speed back from what should have been a standstill. And it's really weird. In hindsight, they made the early stages in Hero Story ridiculously hard, considering they're supposed to be your tutorial to the game. Very technical. All right, not bad.
That kind of is the basis of linear stages, is that if they are too linear, then you really just need to squeeze all of the frames out of movement that you can.
That was easy.
All right. Now we have Metal Harbor, a really scary stage, but it's also pretty cool. It can be really consistent, but one small mistake can result in pretty big time loss, so let's try to be nice and quick here.
Yeah, the entire level is played over top of a instant death plane, and as long as you don't fall off the stage, you should be fine. But that's sometimes easier said than done, especially because some of the strategies are basically used to min-max as much cutting over of gaps as you can. Like, for example, we don't do that in the attack game. We just spin dash jump instead.
And we just got all of our favorite upgrades, light dash.
Oh,
it
boy.
works just as intended.
Yep, it always works, and it's always good, and it's, yep.
It will never kill you.
No, not once. No,
And it'll never be mistaken for the bounce bracelet. No, not at all. Not a chance.
Not one chance.
No, but the reason why we kind of have our sideways feelings about light dash is just because you can light dash on any singular ring in any direction. So it's very easy to just like light dash off of a cliff. And we just saw Dawn there go for a spin dash jump on a slope that's at the bottom of the rocket to just not even have to worry about going up all those stairs or those the stairs on the way up.
Yeah, they skipped like 14 seconds of that countdown.
Yeah, that's using skewed gravity in order to jump in ways the game doesn't expect you to. Like, that's another example, is, you know, just endlessly helpful. And it's not a skip, so we're allowing it.
Yes.
It's not one of those glitches Amber was warning us about. So we are able to make a lot of use of it during this run.
Yeah, you got to look at those exploits, not the glitches.
Not the glitches.
Gotta get exploits.
The bags. So, of course, the infamous Faker cutscene where you see Shadow. He is much less intimidating in the speedrun than you remember him being, and I don't think you remember him being very intimidating. So...
Yeah, the words engraved into every speedrunner's mind. Since this is an unskippable cutscene, we have to watch every run.
Every run, and it never gets boring or annoying or dumb to see quoted in chat. No, I'm kidding. Quote as much as you like.
Yeah, we used storage there, which is kind of a state in between the somersault and the spin dash. It's basically, it's the middle ground while you're holding the B button. Who knew that tying every single action into one button was a bad idea?
No.
How could you, Don? You can't say things like that.
But yeah, so Shadow has defensive tactics for if you're somersaulting or if you're spin dashing. But being in storage isn't somersaulting, so he just kind of doesn't do anything while you walk into him with an active hitbox. It's very convenient.
All right, everybody's favorite stage, Green Forest. Also blows up. Is that an Emerldd reference?
Ooh, blows up.
Might be.
Coming up really quickly here is going to be a use of some skewed gravity coming off of this vine here. You're going to see Dawn jump off and run on the tree, skipping a vine. It's really, really cool. That skip is, that trick is called Air Yeezy. Very cool and very fast.
Yeah, Green Forest has a bunch of exploits, not glitches, that we make use of. You've just seen 3 of them in a row in Air Yeezy, Loop Skip, and Mini Run, Loop Run. People have different names for that one.
And we're not going for the big one because that's not allowed.
Nope, it's not real. And nobody tell chat where it is, and they won't know.
Yep.
It's true. We just get a nice cinematic view of this tree in the spring.
Hey, light dash actually worked for me. That's new.
Yeah, that light dash was really cool that it worked out for you.
Doesn't always do that.
Although I've heard you can actually just mash B and the light dash will work. Fun fact, if you don't play Skipless Green Forest, you don't have to learn that, but mashing B is actually just the strategy. It was found out like 6 months ago or something.
Let's go.
Wait. You're not trolling me, right?
No, I'm being for 100% real. Like, people were looking into like, oh, does storage affect it? Does this affect it? Just mash the B button. It's like an 8-frame window.
129 no Warren. We take those.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a very powerful thing to know.
No problem.
Yeah.
Very
And
speedy.
sub 130 is a very powerful Green Forest skipless time.
Yeah, you can say that again. That was really good.
Well, sub 130 is...
They recently added restricted boards, like IL boards, and we sort of had a little bit of a war over who could get the fastest one. So I definitely feel pretty confident in that stage recently.
That makes sense. Here we pick up the shovel claw, which allows Knuckles to dig and allows us to not take that absolute garbage piece.
Yeah, it's one of the worst ones you can get at the very beginning. So Dawn will definitely reset that, which is nice because when we reset the stage, it re-rolls the pieces for us.
Yeah.
And also, because we collected the shovel claws before we reset, it gives us different piece 3s than maybe we would have before. And Dawn has done quite a bit of practice with the New Game Plus version of the stage. I mean, this is a New Game piece 3 anyway, but we could have got something cool.
Yeah, it's crazy how much time having these in advance saves. But yeah,
Found him.
not a bad set at all. You glad we
really
reset?
solid. Even with the reset, pretty average time. Not too crazy, not too bad.
Yeah, this is
All right. Heading into the next stage, there's another very powerful upgrade coming up that we're going to be collecting. And also everybody's favorite thing in speedrunning, cycle-based stages.
Gotta love them.
Mission
one of the-
Street.
It's so loud. This stage is absolutely...
Yeah, there are two
yourself.
stages in Hero Story that are all good to test every stream setup. Pyramid Cave tests your bitrate, and Mission Street tests your audio mixing.
yes. 100%.
Wow, that's great. I never thought about it that way.
And now you did.
As someone who has sound modded SA2 before to reduce the volume of sound effects, it is wretched. First off, that process is wretched, but like the noises are awful, and I have to play each one to figure out which sound effect is what because they're not named in a sensible manner. So I'm just like, the next thing I know, I get like jet engines in my ears. I'm like, all right, yep, that's going down to like 25% volume.
There's
Why
really
did they
funny
make them so
spots.
loud?
There's really funny spots where sometimes the jet noise just doesn't go away.
Yep.
It'll just hover there even though the jet's off screen.
Just
It'll just play and there's no jet nearby at all. Just Wow. I love video game. Oh, nice.
That was a good jump.
Yeah, so normally you have to pause hover, but pause hovering is cheating. So Dawn decided to do a precise jump to jump on the rail and then jump over the gate instead.
Ignore the fact that Dawn also may or may not have done those the pause hover before that.
I will not be doing one right now.
Nobody's ever seen it. Nobody's seen it. Nobody knows what to look for. There ain't no glitches. Look somewhere else.
Nothing here.
is pause hovering really a glitch though? I wouldn't classify it as one.
I don't think so.
Technically, no, because the way that it works is we're just trying to. So the pause is to make it easier to put two A presses together. Because there's a window where if you hover immediately after jumping, you can get a boost of height that Tails is normally not supposed to get, which allows us to make a lot of like crazy jumps and stuff. But it's not really a glitch. It's just like, because if you could do it without the pause too, if you're able to press the A button fast enough.
Yes and no. You can get the oh wow, that enemy really just landed on you.
Yeah.
But you can get most of the height required for most jumps that people pause hover without pausing. But you are still able to get more height pause hovered than not pause hovered. It's just not a super significant value.
Definitely.
Yeah, because when I first picked up this game in like 2012, it was on the GameCube version because I didn't have a decent PC to not run it with lag. And I remember destroying many a GameCube A button by doing pauseless jump hovers, and it was wretched. But you can still do the same like skips at that point in time. You could still do the same skips with or without pausing. It was just pausing made it easier.
Yeah.
Best stage.
Yeah, speaking of easier, Aquatic Mind decided it wanted to make Dawn's life a little bit less garbage and just give him a free piece.
Well, let's wait a little bit. We still gotta see the piece 3, but we should be okay.
Well, I mean, at this point, you're not super deep into anything.
Nice.
Oh, this set's nice.
This is a really, really good set.
This is a stage that is very scary if we get certain pieces in this run, as we can't clip out of bounds. And playing the stage as intended can sometimes be very, very slow. We got really lucky there.
Yeah, there's a ton of different clip outs we can do. It's kind of the same because we used like the similar like signs just in different locations in the room, but we don't have to worry about doing any of that here.
And we don't have to worry about huge time loss from not doing it because the game decided to play nice.
Hey, so is the thing that is usually done in marathons allowed? I think this is okay,
What, the
right?
backwards? Heck it, do
This
it.
doesn't save time.
Not major.
Let's go.
No big deal.
So
I'm gonna
everyone
be
pay
waiting.
attention to how lifeless Tails' eyes look when he turns around.
Yeah, I usually
promise I
do
won't
it
give you nightmares.
in the tunnel, so it's a little bit safer. So we'll
makes
see
sense.
it right over here.
Yeah, because you can just gimmick over the wall. It's very annoying.
Yeah. That's a new one. Okay, we'll try that again later. I gotta show it off.
too fast.
To give you kind of an idea of how this stage works, there is a score system actually with how boosts are accumulated. It's a score of 20. The pit stop balloons will give you immediately 20 score and reset your count. The ones that are in the middle of the road are worth 10, I believe. But the goal is to get a 20 score after doing uphills and stuff to maintain as much speed, the most speed that you can. And there's even like
There we
really
go.
specific routes that runners will do. But we got to do the backwards driving for the fans.
We're going
Of
a little
course.
slow, but I had to show it off.
Yeah.
Too cool.
Look at how lifeless his eyes are. Tails, what have you seen, my child?
Wish you didn't
This is-
point that out because I'm gonna be.
This is what Sega didn't want you to see.
You think Tails blinks ever?
No shot.
don't
Only in
think so.
cutscenes so that he looks more human.
So Tails is a
Or
robot
Fox.
canonically then?
I've been
Yeah,
making
yeah.
wisecracks this whole time, and I've been muted. Oh my god! I was like, why is everyone talking over me? And I was like, oh wait, no. But no, Tails definitely has the 1,000-yard stare, and if anyone is watching from chat, something looks a little different on screen. It must be above the runner. Like something's going on. I don't know what's going on, but something ain't right.
I wonder if this makes me wonder if when Tails is in the mech, his face looks the same. I really hope
Ooh, that's
not.
a good question. I
It
hope
does.
so.
It does.
Oh no, this is terrible. We're actually able to
And,
keep it. A lot of the time it'll reset.
Yeah, it resets if you start going too slow, but you had good boost management, so you were fine. There is a really funny skip on this stage called Melon Skip that Dawn almost did by accident. And it's not the good kind of skip because it skips the part where the end of the stage is loaded and you fall to your doom.
Our
So
skips
that
allowed
happens
if
if you hit a car. Yeah, if it's a bad skip, can I allow it?
I don't think you want that. It's just way
Yeah, you
not.
definitely don't.
Basically, what happens for that is you run into a car right as it deloads. And then, yeah, you just kind of fall into a bottomless pit and have to do the whole stage over again right at the
Yeah,
end.
I think it deloads the stage, right?
Yeah, it deloads the entire stage. It's very funny. And now we're in Hidden Base. Hidden Base is a notorious stage among speedrunners for how decidedly not solid the walls are. But luckily for you, we are not going to be skipping any of them, and you get the scenic route featuring axle jump over that fence because a fence is not a wall.
Yes, no, I mean, it's defined differently, obviously.
True, it's true.
We're respecting the walls that don't exist today.
That really is what this category is just respecting walls percent.
Respect
For the first
solidity.
time.
That's actually how we define rules in Classic Sonic NMG categories, is literally, does this trick respect solidity? Yes or no? If it doesn't, it is a glitch. If it does, it is not a major glitch.
That makes sense.
Showing solidarity with solidity.
Oh
But
my
yeah, as you can see, there are some doors. Fun fact about doors: the game believes them to be sentient, and that's why they have invincibility frames after you hit them.
That's a great way to explain that.
That's actually not, as much as that is a joke. That's not a joke. The doors have invincibility frames. Nobody knows why.
do.
So Dawn has to hit the shots with specific timings so that they can. So that they can be broken.
The final boss
There's
of
actually a
doors.
triple door right there because the game decided that would be a fun use of the mechanic. And because we can't go through walls, we had to respect that. So enjoy that, Sega developers. We broke all your doors. I hope you're happy.
I think the best part is that, like, that's actually taken from the Dreamcast hard mode layout, I think. Because
Really?
yeah, because in Dreamcast Mission 1, it's one door, just one door.
Wow.
And then like GameCube, the battle version came out, and she's like 3 doors because we can, because heck you.
Whoa.
3 times the fun.
They didn't make that many changes, but it's kind of absurd that that was one of them.
Yeah.
They just really wanted to give GURP extra commission. And just put all the doors in there.
All right,
So here's the aforementioned bitrate test. Pyramid Cave's tunnel. You go very fast down this tunnel in ball form, so you keep gaining speed. You have to pay careful attention to where you're going, so you stay as downhill as possible. And this is not a glitch. The game just doesn't know what to do with your momentum, so you just go up.
I love that. That's using a
It's
spin
really
dash
fun.
hover as well, right?
Yes, correct.
All right, so
And
we're going to be
the
making...
hover is now less important because we have bounce.
Yeah. We are not going to be skipping any of these doors because, again, we're respecting walls today.
So true, so true.
Which
That
makes
means
this
we're going to
added
be able to
movement.
pick up both keys. Wow.
Let's go.
Yeah, getting this key is something most of the time you wouldn't see in like a normal SA2 run. It takes like a lot of time because we can just go through the wall that's by the door. But seeing the movement to get over here on that rail is just really clean. It looks really nice.
It's really cool. Honestly, this is one of the cooler parts of the stage, but nobody ever learns how to do it quickly because by the time you put effort into your movement, you just do a spin dash jump through the door.
Yeah, you want to know how far back I had to go to learn that rail movement there? The very first recorded Hero Story World Record.
Wow.
Yeah, like the very first. I was like, wow, that was really cool. I should
Actually,
do
you know
that.
what? You should talk to Aura and/or Matt because there was a competition a while ago in a sub Discord of just how fast can you do Pyramid Cave without second door skip. So they have some runs of that which are pretty cool.
If you notice, we picked up the bounce bracelet in the stage, which can be used for a lot of different things. One of the things you just saw there is we climbed up sideways on a snake and did a bounce, which just kind of changed Sonic's physics a little bit to go a little bit more sideways than normal. And another main thing that now Sonic has access to is a thing that we call bounce accels, which allows us to go accelerate really quickly from a stopped position. Just do like a bounce and then a homing attack cancel into the ground.
No problem.
Here's another very scary stage without the ability to go out of bounds. Death Chamber. Some of the pieces in this stage are just tucked away into the far corners of the stage. Hopefully, we'll get a good set here.
Yeah, navigating poor sets in the stage is awful when you can't break out of bounds. And I think that's one of the reasons why the standard restricted skips category allows treasure hunting stages to clip out of bounds. Dry Lagoon in Dark Story is another one where where you really just hope and pray that you don't get a Turtles Tunnel piece.
Yeah.
And you're using Death Abuse here, right?
Yeah, so essentially what we're doing here is since we got a piece that's really far away, the game still uses the same algorithm and tries to load a piece that would be in the same set normally. And a lot of those pieces are in the red room, which is fortunately where we spawn. There it is, finally.
Let's go. I was kind of worried there for a sec.
Yeah, that was a little unlucky. It usually doesn't take that many attempts.
One more left.
I guess I should just break this box. That's how.
Yeah, you don't have to
Resist
clip
the
out using it.
temptation.
Yeah, normally we can clip with that box, but today we're not doing that. Out of habit, I didn't break it, just to be nice.
Out of respect.
Yeah, honestly.
Like the chamber.
Not a bad set.
And pretty solid.
Just took a while to get the second piece, but you know, that's okay. All right, on to the very last part of the desert section. We have first King Boom Boom. We can do one thing here to get hit by the fire and actually skip the attacks. Saves a little bit of time.
Who's there?
Yeah, so the intention here is right at the beginning, Dawn is going to go towards the boss and then bait the boss into doing a chomp, which gets him to throw the fireball, I think a little bit faster is how that works.
Missed the bait.
Missed the chomp, yeah. Ray boost. So here we're getting damaged by this is a backup for cat boost called Ray Boost. And the fireball just knocks you forward fast enough the boss starts to laugh. So it gives you just that little bit of lag time to be able to go up to the hourglass ghost and punch him. and it skips the King Boom Boo throwing a bunch of fireballs. And as you can see, if by running here at a specific angle, we can just keep up with King Boom Boo and just be able to punch on a specific spot and just wait for the flashes and do it all in one cycle.
No, I never.
Credit to Onvar for finding that.
Yeah. You know,
I was about to say,
thought
I've
about the
never seen
fact-
that boost. That is so cool.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
really nice
Onvar just
backdrop.
found it watching a casual person stream, like, oh, they got a lot of momentum. So he did some science to find out that, oh, this is totally usable in speedruns.
That's incredible. I
Speaking
love
of
it.
another new strat, this was found, Prophet did this by accident, and then Gerp did the science. So 2 back-to-back in a row, strategies that are valid for the closest thing we have to a no-major glitches category that were found by people just watching inexperienced runners or players. And you can just use a mock bounce to ascend all the way up, which I think Don is going to have to do anyway to get some of these hits past, because Ballerina is very unfortunate.
As you can see, I'm not used to doing these bounces. Probably should have practiced.
Yeah, these bounces are faster than the casual strat, but the way that we normally do it in runs is we actually do a super bounce off that really tiny lip that's on the inner part of the circle. Really, really frame tight, really difficult trick, but it is ultimately faster, so we normally don't go for those.
Nice try, Rocky.
All right, well,
And
unfortunately,
I mean,
but it
realistically,
happens.
unless you had a really good casual strat, this doesn't lose time, because people would be expecting around like a 56 to a 1 flat with casual strats.
Yeah, and the reason that we lost so much time at the end was because of if you're behind Egg Golem when he's choosing an attack, he'll do that ballerina attack where he spins, or at least we call it ballerina. But yeah, it just takes so long before you're able to do anything.
Also, remember not to bofa here.
Yeah. those boxes on the left allow us to do a skip, and again, we're not doing that today.
Oh, no skips. Not allowed.
This is
So instead, you're going to get to see the whole thing.
Yeah, this is one stage that I think with good movement is actually kind of cool. This and Crazy Gadget skipless are like, unironically, 2 of my favorite stages to play in a speedrun setting. I know there's a lot of people who hate like the mech stages, but I actually quite like Eternal Engine a lot.
Mech is definitely one of those, like, getting used to the mech movement in this game feels way more rewarding once you get used to it. It's so clunky at first, but once you're used to, we move with the camera in this game for people who don't know. So we have to change our angle for like what direction we're holding based on where the camera is positioned in the room. So once you get used to the camera triggers and stuff like that, it becomes a way smoother experience, and like mech becomes really, really fun.
Yeah, unfortunately, I missed this cycle, not being able to defeat that enemy in time to open the door, but doesn't lose too much time. And yeah, this stage, you'll notice me like gliding right before I'm gonna hit these doors, right? That is basically to slow Tails down just a hair, so that you can make it right when the door opens up. But yeah, this is arguably like, I feel like it's probably one of the biggest, I mean, you know, it's Tails' last stage in Hero Story, so it's supposed to be kind of a test of everything you've learned. I feel like it actually does a really good job at that.
Yeah, there's a lot of mechanics that are used here that are like kind of from other levels as well, and it just really requires a lot of execution from you to make sure that you are able to iterate on everything, and they give you, you know, an upgrade to break the iron boxes just so that you have it.
Big derails the stream.
Sorry. I had to say hi.
Well, he's waving, isn't he?
Yeah.
Of course.
He wants the attention.
All right, so we're coming up on the final section. I always thought this section was pretty cool, but now it's kind of just a little scary. There's all these guys flying at you. You have to avoid them all. All right, for the very end, we have to fall down and break open this last part here for the goal ring.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that if Don did not hover at the very end there was a good chance that he would just fall right through because that wind does not catch you if you're moving too quickly.
Yeah.
So that hover was very important.
All right, we just beat the final Tails stage in Hero Story. Now we have the final Knuckles stage. This one doesn't change basically at all in restricted skips. There's like 1 or 2 pieces, but it's hardly anything. And pretty much this stage is just very vertical. So the RNG in this stage can vary a lot from like 16, 17 seconds to over a minute, depending on RNG. So
No floating stone.
Hopefully.
No floating stone. No floating stone. Bottom piece 1.
I'm going for a
Bottom
check if
piece
we get
1.
floating stone. Let's see.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
All right,
Okay,
good.
It's not good either, but it's
Yeah,
it's
it's
better.
It's less bad.
Yeah, it's less bad than floating stone, which is the worst piece. Like,
Yeah, so floating stone above a moon is actually a piece that is so bad your radar does not even start pinging until after you've gone as high as rockets will take you, and then you start climbing.
Yeah, it's
so
higher
that
than
is how high up it is.
yeah, it's like you get up there and it's like, but wait, there's even more ascension.
Yeah, did you know there was stage up here? I didn't.
There's a whole other set of balconies. It's great.
I found it.
There we go. Not that bad of a
Luckily,
set.
despite the fact that we went bottom, top, middle, it's still a 40. So we take those.
Yeah, it's a bread about average.
This is perfect.
Can't ask for much more.
Now we have Knuckles' last hurrah. Tails has one more boss fight left, but this is the last time we will be controlling Knuckles for the speed run. A very difficult boss fight against Rouge.
Oh yeah, this boss is actually super hard. I hope you don't like, lose over a minute to it,
There's all this pressure now.
Well, all I'm saying is that if the fight goes past like 17, 18 seconds, the fight does get a lot harder.
That is actually very true, which is why we immediately run into Rouge and handstand on her face. And she does not like this very much and decides actually he will give over the emeralds peacefully.
Get away from my emerald.
If you
Handstands
take
with
too
Rouge.
long in that stage, though, the floor opens up and a bunch of wind tosses both you and Rouge up into the air, and then it's really difficult to track her down.
Yeah, it's literally finding a needle in a haystack at that point.
Yeah.
Plus, she just has an attack that will hit you regardless of where she is. So,
Yeah, Black Wave is awful.
yep.
And now we have, I think, what is pretty much commonly agreed to be like one of, if not the best, skipless stages in the game. Crazy Gadget.
It's just so cool.
It is.
It's just such a cool stage.
It's so visually impressive. Gotta
And we just
do-
skip all of it.
Yeah.
Normally, but not today.
I'm so glad that checkpoint decided to listen to it, to like reason there, because that checkpoint has such a tiny hitbox and it never likes triggering. And then usually if you run right past it, it's like, I'll be fine, immediately dies.
Yes.
That's how it
the
happens
curse
in
of that
every
checkpoint.
run.
Let's go.
Yeah, funny story about that checkpoint. It is the only checkpoint in the game to be on a ceiling instead of a floor. And that's why it's weird, because they didn't check to make sure it worked properly.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a cool slope jump here to skip having to change the gravity. Oh no. Oh no. What is happening right now? Oh no. That's
Jump
new.
is very hard.
Oh no! Oh, that's
Okay.
really
It's
unfortunate.
just a little bit. We'll go for it again. If it doesn't work, we'll move on. But this jump is pretty cool. So I'd like to show it off.
Yeah, it is a really cool.
I've now learned why people take care of those enemies. One more. Oh, huge hitbox? Sure.
Wow, great.
let's go.
That shouldn't have worked, but it did. We take it.
Exactly where I'm at. Happy
the
we got
hitbox-
to show it off.
The hitbox for the upgrade extends a little bit higher than it looks like. Or in this case, lower since it's on the ceiling.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, so now we're coming up to the ending section of the stage. Really just cool to look at. You have to take care of these enemies, and then you just have a beautiful spin dash jump. I love this section. It looks so cool. And now we have puzzle skip.
Or, yeah, a little different than the normal version of puzzle skips that you see, but we're doing a special version for this marathon.
Just for you. I hope you feel special.
And
I feel
hopefully,
certainly
yes,
special.
the switchblade, nice. Let's go.
Let's
That
go.
switch has weird collision. Let's go.
Sub 2.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Just like how there's, more ways than one that you could play the game, there's more ways than one to skip a puzzle.
Yeah, we were debating which one to use for this.
Yep, there were like 3 different possibilities. One is kind of like fringe rules for like this this variant of restricted skips for this event. And then the other two, I was just like, one of them's kind of boring. The other one is just like actually kind of cool.
Yeah, wanted to show it off. And here we're going to be doing a manip. It's kind of weird. Let's see if we can pull it off and then I can explain it. There we go. I don't know exactly how it works, but from what I've heard, it's like putting a wall between yourself and Eggman. And when he uses the laser and he tries to aim at you, he just goes the complete opposite way.
There is actually a wall there for only Eggman.
Yep.
It's invisible, but it is there. It's really funny.
Yeah, he'll just keep running into it because like he won't like bonk or anything. He'll just keep running into it and he won't attack you unless he can like get right next to you, which is really silly.
All right, and here's my my personal favorite skipless stage in the game. I think usually people are very big fans of Crazy Gadget. I love it as well, but I also love this stage. Spend a lot of time ILing it.
Yeah,
It is a really cool stage.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool little tricks we can do off of the rails and stuff here and bouncing on rails as well, because it makes Sonic go really, really, really fast.
That was such a clean rail switch.
That really
oh my
was.
goodness.
Yeah, that one's a little risky because if you go late, there's a kill plane like right there. But I've gotten a good feel for it. All right, and one of my favorite tricks, even when I took a hiatus from this game, I opened up the game and I spent a week learning this.
To be fair, it looks so cool. This is such a cool trick.
Nice. Oh, that was a little weird. I'm just gonna play that a
I thought
little
you were
safe.
dead for a second. It's just like,
Yeah, I
Dawn, don't you
definitely
dare.
thought
You
you
can't
were
reach
dead.
that.
It's such a shame that normally we skip that section in the run, in like a normal like hero story run.
No. I have to do it,
Save
I'm
the
sorry.
dragon.
Has to get the
We got
dragon.
Cassie
saved.
from Dragon Tales.
I'm sorry, I have to do it. I have to.
Little guy was stranded. We have to get him.
Of course.
Bring him home.
Bring him home.
Make the
Nice.
chow breathe fire.
That was the last part I was really worried about here.
Yeah, that was a
and
nice rail switch there.
Pretty smooth sailing from here on.
This is so clean. You're playing so well.
Yeah, this is such a good run.
All right, and it's gonna be a pretty solid time to finish up. All right, nice. And now we're kind of just hands off, completely neutral stick here, just let Sonic go.
He'll find the goal ring.
202 flat. That is not bad at all.
Let's go.
And now we have the final boss coming up. On the 5th hit will be time. And the iconic cutscene, obviously we're going to be skipping it, but yeah, just as iconic as the Faker cutscene, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Honestly, I'd agree, yeah.
Very hype fight. All right, so here we're going to be essentially kind of doing the same thing we kind of do with most of Sonic's bosses, which is stun locking Shadow in place, basically just with a rhythm.
Yeah, there's two different ways that you can do it. One of them is with repeated homing attacking, and the other one, which is a backup if stuff starts to go poorly, is
There you go.
spam
Right
the
here.
bounce bracelet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shadow's not programmed to do anything about that attack.
And time.
Yep.
GG's.
GG, let's go.
Oh, that was a great run.
Like,
Perfect.
very proud of that. So this is y'all's time to do shout outs, plug yourselves, tell the wonderful people in chat. Get your GGs out first off for Dawn SR in chat, but tell the wonderful people in chat where they can find you.
Yeah, so I'm at Dawn SR on both Twitch, well, actually all three, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Kind of my main thing right now is YouTube. I've been working on videos trying to tell the speedrunning history of Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Adventure 1's speedrunning communities. So if that's something that's interesting to you, definitely check that out. And I stream weekly on my Twitch as well. I'm going for 2nd place in Hero Story right now, if we're able to save those 13 seconds. So yeah, if those are interesting to you, definitely check me out. I would appreciate it a lot. And also shout out to the SA2 community. Been growing a ton recently and has just been a great place to be as of my time in the community. Yeah.
And also that was a 40:07 in case you were wondering in real time.
Let's go. That's a pretty solid time, underestimate.
Yeah.
Also,
Dawn, are you checking your load
be sure to
list?
follow the two commentators as well because they're not going to plug themselves, but I will.
Oh, I mean, I just wanted to give Dawn plenty of time to talk. I could
Ah,
do
yes.
a quick little plug. Hi guys, my name is Emerldd. It's no A and 2 Ds for Emerldd. I know it's goofy spelling, but it's on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Is all the same. I also speedrun Sonic Adventure 2. And see, Dawn's trying to go for second, but I'm trying to go for the Dawn Bob. So stay tuned for me to try to beat his time. But yeah, just do speedrunning and like game challenge content and stuff like that. So feel free to follow if you guys want to find me.
My name is Stellar. If you want to find me, you can't. Good luck. I don't do anything.
They're both wonderful. Do the quest to find Stellar. It's worth it.
Maybe you'll see a
promise.
4 a.m. solitaire stream because that's about all the content I'm putting out these days.
She's in the shadows and we have to find her.
I mean, you also put out some very blurse tweets every now and again. So, like, just like the 3 a.m. shower thoughts. It's like, why are you like this, Stellar? Please.
It's the brain I was cursed with. And
Exactly.
you're all responsible.
Oh, no. But no, seriously, thank you, all three of you, for being here. And thank you, Dawn, for submitting the category and for doing the run. What a fantastic end to day one. This was so good. Like, I
for
was
having
there
us.
for 4 a.m. solitaire. Oh, my God.
Very chill streams. They're great.
Absolutely. So, I think we're going to wrap things up here. This is the end of day one for Sonic in the Glitchless Gauntlet. Sorry. I keep trying to say Gauntlet for some reason. It's just like really fancy Gauntlet. But I just want to end things with a few announcements. Just a reminder to everyone that today is your very last day. If you are going to be in Boston to go to PAX East 2022 and you want to show off a speed run, GDQ is going to be at PAX East 2022 from the 21st to the 24th of this month. Today's the last day. If you want to submit a run to showcase there, do !PAX, PAX in chat, and they will, give you the form and you can submit your run and showcase at PAX. It'd be pretty cool. I've definitely been there. I did commentary for a Link's Awakening Switch run 2 years ago. It was fun. And also, if you are watching on YouTube, you should tune in over at our live content here at twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick. In fact, you should tune in. Everyone in chat should tune in tomorrow starting at noon Eastern for day 2, starting off with our 8-bit block, which is going to lead off with Argic running Sonic Triple Trouble. And it's going to be a great time. A really ton of fun, lots more runs. You can see the schedule there if you type !schedule in chat. So we're going to send you all over to a break stream while we find a wonderful individual or like group of individuals to raid. They're doing really awesome speedrun stuff. Send all your positive energy to them. And remember, y'all, take care of yourselves, those around you. Go get something to drink. Take your, vitamins if you need to. Take care of yourselves. And we'll see you tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time. Bye.
Bye.